Here it's glory. Love it minus the time thing that's hard. Love it minus the time thing that's hard wallet. I want your hash key. I want your private hash key. Like what? What do you say? What are you talking about? Like, dude, like normies in San Francisco be having 15 million, you know, on the wall. Citadel's expecting a rate hike, or putting in the probability of a rate hike, a surprise rate hike being higher than what the implied odds. At this time of year, with where we are, the rate hike is not that interesting. The rate cut bets, poly market, put $500 down, whatever it is, just throw something in there. Oh my God, you'll win it back one of these days. It's throughout the next cycle. So we have to keep that in mind. Buy back the bonds and refinance, call them back. Right before midterms rate hike? I don't know. Let's look at the put-call ratio. Let's look at the put-call ratio for the S&P 500 right now for the weeks. Here we go. Let's take a look at it. What I like to see is neutral. Like smart money is not positioning to sell. Selling puts, you know? Selling puts, you know? Could mean that we're about to get it and they're going to sell the puts to go long. Like this is going to be a rough week. And then they're going to go long and everyone's going to be like, I need protection. And they buy the puts that the market makers are selling. That's why you see the spike in August of the put calls. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. I had a good weekend. Got a lot of work done. Yap done. Rebecca Ferguson is a lesbian? Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah. Very interesting. She has such a graceful look to her for a rug muncher that is indifferent to kind of her classic look. One of my clients is calling me and I chose to ignore them to keep doing the show. I chose to ignore them. Kathy in the background. There she comes, hiding. The Thai food's not here yet? Okay. Waiting on the Thai food. Can you close that? I need a buffer, please. Yeah, thank you. So, yeah. What is this? This German girl, this German girl has a tick where she's like Hail Hitler. That's really funny. I'm sorry, that just is funny. That can't be real. Like, it's so funny how the Tourette syndrome is like the most reprehensible thing. It's like an impulse to, I don't know. It's like the intrusive thought wins. It's very weird. It's a very strange disease. I haven't looked at the neurology of that. Maybe there isn't some sort of like pathway. It's actually just, Munchausen's by a lot of Munchausen by proxy on TikTok of girls pretending to have like Tourette's or being neurodivergent, but also having like massive tits, just massive tits, and somehow they're aware of this. And they want to share with you their tits and also their ticks. Their ticks and tits. That would be a good show. A bunch of girls with just racks on racks. And they like see who's the most fucked up. Who is the most retarded. And then whoever wins gets like, I don't know, a lifetime membership. No, $500 a month from Sephora. Forever. And you later find out that girl still was like arrested for shoplifting at Sephora despite the $500 a month of like, coupon in perpetuity. That's very sad. And because she shoplifted at Sephora, which was her general disposition before she won the contest, she's now loses her card. And then, because of the 3-strike rule in California, after her third one, she's like goes to prison for shoplifting from Sephora, and then everyone beats this shit out of her. She keeps saying the N-word. She can't control herself because it's like all these like hood rat black chicks, and yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I feel bad for her, this hypothetical person. Wait, there's a Severance season 3? I haven't finished it because I got sad. The backstory of his wife was like really depressing to me. The whole thing, losing the I couldn't handle it. I was like, this is too sad. But then I don't have the attention span. I'm like busy, and I try to get through Agency, which is a good show. And I have a hard time with that too. What? Yeah, the hair thing, the testosterone. Tranny is upset that she tried to turn into a man. Yeah, I mean, and she lost her hair. You can't be a female to male because you're going to experience male loneliness is a real thing because you have to be like a solid. You have to be the solace of the journey is like a one man. It's an odyssey. It's your own odyssey. You're by yourself. And when you're 5'1" and not 6'6", it makes it 1,000 times harder. 1,000 times harder to get through life. Being tall is like a superpower. It really is. So, like the fact that you're 5'1", you don't have a penis, maybe shorter than that, and you're like basically cosplaying as a twink. And you're balding, and what group are you accepted? Gay men? Like, it's just some weird, like, fetish, like, I'm going to make myself special through the most superficial things ever, and this transgressive, reactionary self-mutilation towards my father's treatment of me when I was a child. And they, 2 siblings, they're perfectly fine, but somehow it's always that way. The other siblings are never as fucked up. There's always that one. And it's like, wow, the fuck's that? Unless you're like Charlize Theron's kids and then you're all trans. as per her want. You're from Africa, right? Yeah, you're a boy. You're gonna be a girl now, but you're gonna be a multimillionaire. Are you okay with that? I'm happy to be a girl. It's like, of course you are, bro. That type of shit, what a crazy bitch, man. What if in a weird way she's like very anti-white apartheid and white racism, and her whole deal is just adopting black kids and turning them trans as a fuck you to all the black people that are attacking the white farmers? And she's like, her tick, if she had one, would be like, Rhodesia, which is Zimbabwe today, but it was like the white Zimbabwe. It's amazing how that can happen based off of the heuristics of the likelihood. And that you as a famous person, as a famous man dating someone is likely to rape, right? He's more likely to rape someone because he's powerful and he's clearly got his money through ill-gotten gains, and he's a predator, and he constantly abuses his rich power and the differential between the people he dates. He's awful. But Charlize Theron adopting black kids and they're all trans is somehow not the same thing. That her power ignores the psychologist, child family services from peering in and saying, what are the odds of that clusterfuck being real or being Munchausen's by proxy? Look at my attaché case. Bitch, you got a Birkin bag? I got 3 trans Nigerian kids. Fuck you. I win. For real? For real? Dude. Because you have to imagine in the world of abundance to come, where money's irrelevant, robots, there's just the alleged, I think it's a dystopian nightmare, but say, let's play around with this for the sake of the hypothetical, that having a Birkin bag, which you can just have a robot 3D print, perfectly. Even the stitching will be done by a robot hand, so it looks like it's hand stitched, slightly off, imperfections. But that's not that interesting. Turning 3 Nigerian kids into trannies is way higher status. It's so good. It's the best. There's going to be weird shit owning people, General Zaroff's The Most Dangerous Game, where you can hunt people on an island. There's going to be weird shit where rich people will buy people and then cut off their ears and turn them into art pieces. It'll be a thing. That Cronenberg movie that came out recently where the beauty is the kind of, I don't know, self-destruction, which I kind of understand. I do get this sort of self-mutilation, self-destruction is more attractive in a way than the beautification. There's less of a severe attraction. It's too mundane. And in the world of abundance, and you're trying to find friction, I could see weird fucked up shit being more and more normal. Yeah. I don't like it. I think the idea that the casting of certain movies in Hollywood in recent years, just even a few years, the female Ghostbusters, that was a good thing, because there is one talented girl in that group from SNL, Kate McKinnon, is that her name? She's talented. She's objectively talented. But when women do male humor, when the writing is that, it doesn't work because it's not authentic. There has to be some truth to it. So you have to write them as women, not as Spangler and Venkman. You can't do that. They have to be themselves, or women. And it's let's make women men. I'm what is this transhumanism false? It doesn't work because we don't have any understanding. It's preempting you for what is the transhumanistic experience of the neuro. What's the new movie coming out? Neuromanic. Neuromangent. What is that called? Let me see. Neuromancer. Yeah, you're just plugged in. And in a way, we're already there with this skeuomorphism. I had automated trades today, 18 of them, automated. They all made money. From a from a Claude subscription, okay? Like, I'm not gonna tell you exactly how I did it, but creating a second brain, look that up, okay? Holy shit, was that incredible. 18 trades. Told me the trades, like voice told me what they were doing, corroborated it with the actual like API into the IKBR. I was like, what? Very interesting. Sizing was all off. Like, it probably could have been optimized, but that's for later. That's for later. That's a cherry. That's just dessert. This is amazing. What's out there? Amazing. I want to solve my autoimmune disorder with it. I really do. I want to have like a whole robot just like fix me. I want to fix my friends. My AI says that you're kind of retarded. So if you pay me $500, I'll do a genetic test and tell you what your diet should be to optimize so that you're less retarded. I thought that when you played poker the other night, you went all in with like ace king pre-flop. I raised you and then re-raised you. And then it's like, I don't know that ace king's good there, buddy. I had aces. You gotta like pay attention. Pay attention. Like, you're out of position. The second under the gun calls. 3 people in the pot, and you think you're good with AK? Dude, how did you pull? That's just so dangerous. Because you had an ace? Dude, I don't know, man. Maybe it was an okay play. But in general, very, very risk averse. It's like you gotta risk aversion is like insane when you realize that like you don't matter. It's just your experience can be comfort and safety, but you'll regret that, I think, when you're older. I think. I don't mean like if your kid's being obnoxious, you should really hit them because that's the assertive thing to do. No, I don't mean that. I mean like you should take charge and not let the fear steer the ship. If your kid is acting up, it goes back to all these things that you did wrong that you don't have in your parental, cortex of like how to rear a child. There's no reason for that. You can't play anything, it'll distract me. Kathy? Okay? Bitch! I'm just kidding. I heard the Tubi thing go, and it was like, nope, we're not doing this. So we're not playing Tubi. No. Let's go to X a little bit here. I've been telling ChatGPT like what vitamins I take, and then like see if we can have some correlation with how I feel. Martin Shkreli for the win. Capper, he was right. Fraudulent data. What happened with Capper, though? I love how she's hiding from the camera, going through the kitchen. It's very funny. Let's see. What is going with Capper Therapeutics? You can't lie about your data. It's hard. Like you can buy yourself some time, and then maybe they did that, but dude, this is no good. Well, we got a little statistical significance evolution. What does this drug do? It doesn't matter. Let's just look at the p-value relative to the placebo. So first, the p-value go all the way down? So right after the double blind, the unbinding period where they know, very suspicious, that you have a positive p-value, which means it's significantly significant. Once they're aware of it, like they manipulate the data, they have access to it at that point. Creepy. What's wrong with my mouse here? Hold on. Yeah. Oh, the food's here. Hooray! All right. But what was the news? So I guess the FDA is calling them in to explain. I like her. I like her. She's supposed to go to the 9:30 Club in DC. She canceled that. I went to Philadelphia for her next concert. She canceled that. I was pissed. I started fighting with her fans on Instagram, and she called me out saying, a grown man should not be fighting with young, like teenagers or something. And at the time, I was in my 20s, and I don't think it was that inappropriate. I was hypomanic, as my general disposition is when I don't have an autoimmune disorder. But I am sorry that I got angry and vicious on your Instagram. I think it is interesting that someone that's so vision. So she's like, oh, I'm sorry, DC, see you next time. On to Philadelphia, and I flew there with my paramour at the time, and then she canceled that shit. We had a good time though. We Rittenhouse Square, saw that prison, went to that museum where they stole the art from some rich guy that donated to an all-black Asian system. So it's very confusing, the will versus the safety of the it's you cannot purchase this. This is priceless art, unbelievable collection. But the Black College, I think it's done. So, what were they supposed to do? They could have funded the Black College. He could have said, give money to the Black College. That is interesting, actually. Is it chaining? Art of the Steel. Yeah. What was the name of the university? The New York Times had a piece on this. This is a good watch it. Art of the Steel. It's a great documentary. Lincoln. So is Lincoln University still around? But why was the art removed? I'm so confused. Barnes Foundation. Financial insolvency claims, but it's still around. They stole it somehow. I had that happen to me though. My grandfather's fortune. So I've been on the other end. I had nothing I could do about it. Other family members stole it. Fucking stole it. It's okay. I wasn't really close to them. It's tens of millions of dollars I would have had, but I've done okay. What's the difference? I guess the difference is I wouldn't stare at a computer screen as much. I'd have more frivolous sex. I'd travel more. I'd care less. I'd do more drugs. I'd be self-destructive. I think it's a good thing. I don't know. Maybe it was a blessing, you know? I'll think about it. I'll let you guys know. I've brought it up before a million times. What else? What do we got? We got anything from Trump? We got anything good? Any news here? Anything going on? Something real? Something in Germany where the rich people paid to have like Africans. No, it was Belgium. They paid for this cultural inclusion party or like events with all this like black African art, and these naked black people danced in front of them. Belgium, it didn't go well. I don't think it went well. I don't think it was well attended or purchased. I know it was well attended, but it didn't raise a lot of money. And also, I found it Belgium has more debt than any other country in the EU. Just surprised by, like Cyprus and Greece and Italy. But yeah. Oh, did he redo the Kennedy Center? That's so strange. How interesting. Yeah, I'm starting to lose. You can see it. I don't know how I feel about all the testosterone, but gotta pump up the jaw. Like this. And then right here, hold on. Yeah, but then you just like feel a little freak out, like I ate like a T-bone. You be careful. You don't want to go like, do. It's a tough racket. Lux Maxine's a tough racket. I don't know how you do it. I like make my eyes move apart more. That'd be cool. Just like and tilt them cool, and like this shit. Like there's nothing here. Nothing. Orbital rim implants. That'd be cool. But very dangerous procedure. Also, what for? So I can attract retarded people? Women? Yeah, I don't know. Got plenty of that, just as I am. So much to do, so little time. So much to do, so little time. What we got here? I'm really curious to see if my algorithm did this correctly. It told me to buy Bausch, and it like popped off after hours, which is interesting. It told me to buy ABCL, which is kind of like a dog-ish. You know, it's gone down quite a bit here from its like 8 highs. I don't see why it wouldn't settle back in the 4s or something. So we'll see if we get a rebound. It's telling me this is crazy. Like I'm running this shit. I hope it works out for me. Because it is retarded just to use your own like instincts to trade. It really is stupid. Let me call my friend. All right. Talk to you later. Tomorrow.